A warm hello and welcome. I'm Coach Ray, your go-to for narration and conversations on topics that keep you alive and well-ish. Follow me for practical tips, expert insight, and motivational stories to help you build a better life. Thank you for being here with me today for the first episode of Small Brave Journeys, a 4-part series about slowly, courageously becoming your best self. There are seasons in our lives where something inside of us starts to stir. Not loudly, not dramatically, but as a steady vibration under the skin. A quiet voice that doesn't push, it invites. It might be time, it whispers. Something in your life is ready to shift. The weeks around the new year tend to wake up that feeling, and the voice can get a little more persistent. But it doesn't only arrive in January. It shows up around milestone birthdays, after health scares, in moments of grief, or in those rare, deeply honest conversations we have with ourselves. Today, I want to slow down and sit with that proverbial doorway, the invitation, the turning point, the moment where curiosity and courage meet, and you decide what comes next. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Life has these moments, like the enticing magic of a new year, where we feel a quiet call to change. This isn't meant to be a catchy slogan or an obligatory productivity sprint, but a genuine invitation to step into a different version of your life. And if that idea excites you, terrifies you, and makes you procrastinate a little, then congratulations, you are officially in the opening chapter of every hero's journey. And in this version of the story, you're the main character. Here's the honest truth. We don't begin each new year or new season as blank slates. We step into them as familiar characters in stories we've already been living. And until that character, meaning you, faces hard truths, grows through challenges, and commits to change, the story doesn't really deepen. It just loops. When the same version of you keeps showing up automatically, even when you consciously want something different, you may be living inside what I call an identity loop. These are the roles that we learn to perform so convincingly that they override our growth, even when we genuinely want to change. It's not who you are, it's who you've been expected, rewarded, or trained to be. And our brains love these familiar identities, not because they're always healthy, but because they're predictable. So when January arrives and says, this year things are going to be different, your nervous system, all wide-eyed and protective, replies, maybe, but also, let's stay safe. And when life opens that quiet side door and whispers, you could step beyond this, that's when resistance from your protective, albeit slightly bravado ego shows up. In every heroic story, there's a starting point. It's not always peaceful. Sometimes it's heavy, exhausting, or lonely, but it is familiar. In our lives, that familiar village is made up of the roles we've learned to play in our lives. The reliable one, the fixer, the peacemaker, the strong one, and the one who doesn't ask for much. These roles, and likely many others, once protected you. They helped organize your world. They kept you safe and steady. But eventually, those roles can start to feel less like your true identity and more like limiting, uncomfortable costumes you didn't even realize you were wearing day after day. So when life opens that quiet side door and whispers, you could step beyond this, that's often when resistance shows up. Not as failure, but as your protective self trying to keep you safely wrapped in the arms of the familiar. Let's look at 3 common patterns. You don't need to label yourself here, just notice what feelings arise. Do you resonate with any of these? Maybe even all 3. The overly responsible one. You carry everything. People rely on you. You step up when there's a need. And you're tired. Every year you promise, this year I will take care of myself. And yet somehow, someone else's needs quietly move ahead of your own. Not because you don't matter, but because the role of holding the world together feels like your responsibility. If something goes wrong, it feels personal. If something goes right, it feels expected. So stepping back can feel like letting people down, even when no one's actually asked you to carry this much. The peacekeeper. This role learned early that being agreeable equals safety. You smooth things over, you avoid unnecessary conflict, you read the room and instantly adjust. You can tell yourself, this year, I'll take up space. I'll say no and mean it. I will protect my energy. But when the moment comes to speak up, your body remembers, silence once kept me safe. So you shrink. Not from weakness, but from a nervous system that learned to stay safe through quiet self-protection. And the underestimated self. This one is subtle. You keep expectations low. You stay realistic. You aim smaller than your capacity. Your ideas sound exciting, but then that unhelpful inner reminder creeps in and says, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It doesn't look like fear. It looks responsible, but it quietly limits your creativity, your dreams, and your sense of possibility. In every myth, when the hero approaches the unknown, protectors show up at the doorway. In our real life story, those guardians of the threshold can look like hesitation, endless planning, staying busy but never changing, making sure everyone else is okay first, and the classic one, this just isn't the right time. These aren't character flaws. They're strategies your mind and nervous system develop to keep you safe. And part of you believes, if I stay who I've always been, life stays predictable. And predictable feels safer than uncertainty. Our brains are wired for this. Psychologists call it loss aversion. It's the tendency to fear losing what we already have more than we feel excited about gaining something new. I have a video about this phenomenon and we'll link it below. Basically, even if the new might be better, the familiar feels safer. So our nervous system quietly votes to stay where things feel familiar. Before we continue, I want to pause for a moment of gratitude. We just hit 50 subscribers. And while that may seem small in internet numbers, to me, it means 50 real humans chose to think, feel, and grow together. Thank you for taking what you need, leaving the rest, and choosing to stay alive and wellish with me. If you're new here, join us. This little community is just getting started. And if you love what you see, make sure you're subscribed and share the magic with a friend. In every great story, the hero doesn't move forward on adrenaline or blind faith alone. They learn new skills, gather tools, and find support. That's what Small Brave Journeys are about. Over the next 3 episodes, we'll explore some hero-level tools that can help you write your best story without burning out. Talk about psychological boundaries, so you stop absorbing what was never yours to carry. Self-concept editing, so you can gently update who you believe you are instead of dragging outdated versions forward. And emotional agility, so your feelings can move through you instead of trapping you. These aren't personality makeovers, they're expansions. They widen the range of who you're capable and absolutely allowed to be. Here's your reflection for the week. If you're ready to start drafting your next chapter, take a moment to reflect or share in the comments so we can grow together. Ask yourself, what call have I been quietly ignoring? You know, the change your mind keeps circling back to, the truth you keep nudging aside. What role am I afraid to leave behind? Not because it's particularly useful, but because it's familiar. What shows up at my threshold? Fear, guilt, perfectionism, responsibility, other people's expectations? Name it. You don't need to conquer it yet. Awareness already softens its hold. and I hope you'll join me again next Saturday to keep the conversation going. If the new year feels like it's inviting you somewhere, trust that gentle pull. You don't have to take a big leap or become an entirely different person, but you are allowed to change, to grow, to get curious, and answer the call. This was part 1 of my 4-part Small Brave Journeys series. Remember, it's not about reaching a destination, it's about enjoying the beautiful messiness of life and finding joy along the way. If this resonated, I would love for you to subscribe, share this with someone who might need it, and continue the journey with me next Saturday for part 2. We are just getting started, and I'm so glad you're here. Take what you need, leave the rest, and until next time, stay well, my friends.